You cannot pluck a flower on the earth without disturbing a distant star. So you come in to play a part in harmony. Hi, I'm Sengkuttuvan from the Interreligious Organization of the Hindu Faith.
My name is Kuek Hsing. I'm from the Singapore Baha'i community.
Hi Kuek, good to see you again here
Yep.
for this coffee talk. And we have explored quite a lot of issues. I think today we got something pertinent that really touches base with everybody. It's all about the earth and the environment. Just as a start, maybe we should ask ourselves, what is our relationship with the earth or Mother Earth, or even with this cosmos itself?
Like all other religions, I think we believe that the earth is and the universe is created by one creator. But we are not part of this environment, not part of this nature, because we have a special capacity. We are empowered with intelligence. But we are interconnected with every creature on earth. With the environment, we have to take care of the environment. You know, I remember when I was young, this is not a hot topic, you know. There weren't that many people. But as we go to now, 7 billion? Every action that we take and we do here on earth affects the environment and other creatures.
We as a microcosm is no different from the macrocosm. Because it stems from the fundamental understanding that God is the only thing. We don't have anything that without God. So we treat divinity as pervasive. Pervasive means all around, including us. So therefore, the environment itself is part of the divinity, as divinity is present everywhere. We don't see divinity apart from us. We see the divinity together with us in relationship with the atmosphere, the earth, the cosmos and everything.
Man is a special being, so we are supposed to be responsible also
Right.
for the environment and for their well-being as well. So with that capacity comes responsibility.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with you on that. So it's very true. In terms of intelligence, you're right. In our scriptures too, the human being is created with the highest level of intelligence. He's able to see and discern and discriminate.
You see, in the Baha'i scripture, the vegetable kingdom all have the spirit of growth actually. You know, you see the trees growing. There is a spirit in this vegetation. The animals have that spirit of sights and, you know, senses and movement. But for man, we have all the other spirits. We have the spirit of growth, and we have the spirit of movements, we have the spirit of senses, plus the spirit of this intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we also eat the plants and the animals, and all the spirits are actually joined in the spirit of man. So the reference is there because we revert their spirit as well.
Now that we understood that, we agree that the earth is divine and we have to treat it with reverence. What does it say about protecting the environment?
From the fact that we are interconnected, because if we don't protect the environment, comes back to, you know, comes back to us. We will suffer as well, as now we are all suffering from this ultra heat, you know. In the old days, we throw everything into the sea, and the sea will help to clear all this stuff.
Right.
But now, because we are so many billion of people, this stuff comes back to us.
Yes.
Not only to you, but to the rest of the earth. You know, the other side also suffer. Now, what we are doing is we are polluting the air. In the future, it will come back to us again.
Yeah.
See? We cannot ignore this because we know that the time is short for us to correct ourselves, you know.
So this is mentioned in your scriptures?
Not really, but it implies.
Okay. So they teach them through value teaching and ethics to look after the environment. I believe so.
Yeah, the fact is that we are capable of destroying as well.
Yes.
Yeah. If we don't have the morality, we are going to suffer.
Right. We are told by the scriptures that to treat the environment and the earth with divine reverence. We don't treat them with contempt in any sense. And that is why very often you'll see a lot of Hindus praying to the sun, praying to the tree, praying to the river, praying to the water and everything. It's not a prayer, it's a reverence. To accept the divinity in all forms, I will not treat it with contempt and I will treat it with care. Then the other word you must have heard of is karma, right?
Yeah.
So this karma is the thing, when you destroy the environment, what you serve is what you get served.
Yeah, sure.
So when you throw away some things like the plastics, those days they were all biodegradable. You throw them, they get degraded. Today they are full of plastics and all that. So when you throw them and clog up the rivers and everything, they get polluted. And likewise, the air is no difference.
Right.
So it is the scriptures that tells you to revere the environment because it is where you are staying. And if you go and throw it into your own backyard, eventually you will find that that thing will start coming into your house where you're staying itself, you see.
You know, in the Baha'i faith, unity is that catchword, you know. Unity among ourselves, because with unity we can do a lot of things in protecting the environment. You know, but if we are doing me for my own interest, you for your own interest, then of course, you know, the environment is going to be in ruin because you just take care of your own backyard. You don't care about whether or not the smoke comes over this side or whatever, you know.
Right.
This is the time for cooperation.
The role of man is no different from any item that he plays or any part that he plays in the environment. There's a very famous saying in one of the scriptures that say that you cannot pluck a flower on the earth without disturbing a distant star. What it's trying to say is that how connected we are. But it says very clearly, you as a man, your role to play a part in conforming to the law of the cosmos. That's how the scriptures are. You come in to play a part in harmony. Do not cause harm, not only to a fellow being, to other beings, and even to the environment itself. Come here, take whatever you needed, but make sure that you leave behind a place where it was better than before, or at least the way it was, but never in a worse situation.
That is really a fundamental.
In Hinduism, there are a lot of rituals, and some of the rituals can be seen that, you know, they are destroying the environment because there's a lot of smoke emitted. So how do you think such practices can be curtailed?
I think all this would come with education. And the young people, I believe nowadays, are not that crazy over these old rituals of burning incense and offerings, you know, burning paper houses and all that. I see less and less of them. But the issue is whether or not we want education to be in schools where they teach them to collaborate, to really have that spiritual idea, spiritual training of concern for others. We want to emphasize these spiritual habits.
I really don't want to stop and put a full stop on rituals and because I don't want to step those areas. I respect them because they do carry some value in the practice that they do. But what we could do, I feel that we could do it as a community, like a few people get together and do the same thing in a collective way, so that instead of 10 people doing individually, then now the 10 people get together and do of one person's portion and observe, or maybe more. So now the numbers get grouped and they can find a place and all these things. So it's a matter of management, actually.
We all can have our own faith, but our role actually is to learn to, as you say, live together, coexist.
You said it very well, that the whole idea is to get this harmonization done. Not possible maybe in one generation, but working towards the goal is a good thing. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts or questions, please put them below as usual. Once again, thank you, Kuek.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.